Hi, this is Ron Janish. I'm with andrewscourse.com. And there we go. There's the website, so andrewscourse.com. And what I'm going to show you today is a way to avoid some losses that some people get when they use Andrew's techniques in part one. And in part two, we're going to show you what to use instead. Okay, so let's get to part one. Part one simply says, if you read the original works of Andrews, what it says in there is that after let's say you buy down here for a variety of reasons, and what happens is that you then draw your ML and MLH. This is your median line, your ML. This is your MLH, and you put your stops beyond your MLH. And as you can see, this would have been a good place to get stopped out, right? So So what it also says in the original Andrews rules, which I don't use because I use what I learned from Andrews instead, is um, that if you have a situation like this, where you draw your where you had prices go beyond the MLH, you then draw what's called an SH. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Here we go. Probably draw this one here. So let's say you're down here and you get short around here, really nice, and all of a sudden, bazinga, your short gets knocked out, okay, and for whatever reason you get back short again over here. Okay, and your short gets knocked out because you used that MLH rule. Well, like I said, the problem is that it then says use the SH instead. Well, SH is a sliding parallel, so it's a line that uses the extreme of the point that went beyond the MLH, and um, then and is placed is drawn parallel to the ML, and okay, and here's your MLH, and it's all this line's all parallel. And as you can see, what happens is if somebody does get short again here, they get plowed again over here. So this is really bad stuff, bad way to do it. And it's not what Andrews actually meant. He was kind of old when he wrote the rules, and he was kind of pushed into a corner into writing those, and it's not really what he meant. If you look at his earlier work in the 1970s and the early 70s, it was pretty different. So, and also it's different from what he told people at seminars and what he told people privately when they talked to him. So what? So these are the original things, right? The ML and the MLH, right? And basically, the name of the game is that if you want to decrease your losses and thereby increasing your profits and decrease your risk, those are things to watch out for, that you don't get into using those concepts uh, because it can get very expensive very quickly. Okay, I mean, here's another example. You know, if you happen to have gotten short here, right here, and taken the ride down nicely, and then boom, bazinga, prices go above the MLH, right? And this is not unusual. So, and sometimes they'll go beyond that H and bounce through it several times, and all that kind of stuff. And it's really is pain that you want to avoid. So here's another example. You see, had somebody use the SH over here, well, it's not exactly parallel, but I'm sure, as you can imagine, uh, once again, boom, prices went beyond it. In this case, even closed beyond it. And then there was a hammer of a move to the downside. So you really want to avoid using that until after you've watched part two of this video, and there we'll go over the ins and outs of those lines and some other ones that are probably more useful, right? So see you over in part two.